Allez, c'est parti pour le Nintendo Direct Treehouse sur
Hello,
Mario
and welcome
Paper.
to Nintendo Treehouse Live. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Allez, on met ça
and
comme ça.
Before we get started, I'd just like to acknowledge the fact that this is our first time doing this remotely. So we'd like to ask for your patience and understanding as we.
C'est la première fois qu'ils font ça en remote, donc ils nous demandent, ils nous remercient pour notre patience
we're all working very hard
et tout
to
cela.
bring you
Voilà.
the best stream we possibly can. So without further ado, let's meet the team. My name is Riona, and I'm joined today by Ethan, who will be playing the game for us, and Sam, who is going to be offering some keen insights for Paper Mario.
Alors précision, dans ce direct, on aura un jeu annoncé d'un studio indépendant qui a fait Shantae et du gameplay de Paper Mario. Voilà, c'est tout.
To get started, we have a short video prepared that kind of sets up the story for Paper Mario.
Ah, ils vont nous donner une petite vidéo sur Paper Mario pour l'histoire.
Ethan is going to be providing some commentary, so please take a look.
Allez, c'est parti.
Cool. All right. Let's get started, everybody. We are seeing Mario and Luigi enter Toad Town. They've been invited here by Princess Peach to join in an origami festival, but something seems to be wrong. There's not a whole lot of toads to be seen. So, we are going to make our way into Princess Peach's castle to see what's going on. So Mario's meeting Princess Peach, familiar friend.
Bon, j'enlève la caméra aussi un peu.
Seems to be in a slightly folded fashion. Something seems to be off about her as well. Let's see how their conversation goes. Yeah-oh. So right, Mario finds himself unceremoniously dumped into the castle dungeon, and he's got to make his way out. And he's using an ability here called the Thousand-Fold Arms, which we'll see later. But he's uncovered his partner for this adventure, Olivia. And so now they can kind of join forces to make their escape. And as they do so, they're also going to run into a couple other familiar faces. Might recognize Bowser here, who finds himself in a kind of folded position as well. He's not super happy about it. So the three of them now are going to try and make their escape from the castle. They get outside, and they're met by Princess Peach and somebody else. That's right. It is none other than King Ollie, the Origami King himself, who also happens to be Olivia's brother, and he's unveiling his plan to take over this paper-crafted kingdom by turning everything into origami. And he's starting by wrapping up Princess Peach's castle in these 5 gigantic paper streamers, ripping it from its foundations. That's not cool at all. So Olivia and Mario and Bowser are kind of left to try and make their escape. Things don't go exactly as they were planning, and the castle is dropped on top of a mountain far away, and that is where we're going to start our gameplay. Hold on, Mario, buddy, wake up. Okay, Mario was kind of sleeping on the job there. So here we go.
All right. So, as you saw, King Ollie abducted Princess Peach's castle, but that's not all he's done. He's also folded up Bowser's minions from paper into origami. So you can see a little origami Goomba up there. Those are King Ollie's folded soldiers, and some of his other minions have gone through the world and torn these terrible holes in it. And you'll see, I think Ethan did a bit earlier, he's collecting little scraps of confetti so that he can fill in these holes and hopefully rebuild this world that was destroyed a little bit by King Ollie and his minions.
Yeah, and as the camera pitched up there when
so
Olivia was talking...
confetti here.
Oh, sorry, Ethan. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, as the camera pitched up, you could see that the red paper streamer in the background, and that's one of the streamers that wrapped up Princess Peach's castle in the video that we saw. And that's going to be our goal, is to try and get up and deal with that paper streamer.
En vrai, moi j'aime beaucoup la DA. C'est vraiment un jeu que j'attends énormément. Je vous l'ai déjà dit, mais vraiment.
Something hiding in the wall. So that's another thing that King Ollie has done, is he's taken all of the toads from Toad Town and hidden them all about the world. So you'll notice that when you first came to Toad Town, it's completely empty, and now.
Ouais, c'est ça en fait. Il y a tous les bancs des gradins sont vides tant qu'on n'a pas trouvé les toads en fait. Et c'est cool. Hein.
Yeah, oh, I love the battle system in this game. Okay.
Je sais pas où mettre ma caméra, arrêtez!
The battles happen in two different phases. You've got this ring-based.
Alors évidemment, on va le faire en let's play intégral sur la chaîne. Évidemment.
Super Mario timing-based attack.
Évidemment.
And the way
je sais pas où mettre ma caméra.
Is by moving all of the enemies into
J'aime bien ce système avec les trucs qui tournent là pour le combat.
All of them at once using this jump attack here, where he is getting excellence all down the line. Nice job, Ethan.
Ok, donc on récupère des pièces dans les combats.
Yeah, and he's racked up all these bonuses too, which are giving him a ton of coins.
Mais il n'y a pas d'expérience.
That's exactly what I was about to say. No, great minds think alike.
Mais...
Et du coup, on a... using confetti can also help you.
Et pourquoi on n'a pas un système d'expérience?
Maybe reach items like this question block that you wouldn't otherwise be able to reach. And if you look up the road here, you'll see a little Koopa Troopa just hanging out. Oh, I think Ethan, he has something to say about this little Koopa Troopa.
I was just actually gonna say, so you folks can notice that, like, as I'm using confetti to
Je suis un petit peu circonspect là.
You'll see I also will need to gather more, and so you get it from a bunch of different sources, and you've got a little confetti bag icon in the top left of your screen, and you'll see that refill and change colors, go back to green as you gather more confetti. So you're kind of using it and then needing to find more, and it's kind of a fun cycle to go back and forth on.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. What I was going to say about the Koopa Troopas is that they are paper like Mario, so it's a kind of like paper versus origami sort of situation.
Non, mais ce qui est assez étrange en fait, c'est qu'on a un niveau de, enfin on a de la vie, on a des combats.
Yeah, so this one's
on a une vie évolutive parce qu'on a vu qu'il y a plus de vie plus tard dans le jeu, mais du coup il y aura pas de niveau, il y aura pas d'expérience et tout.
The way you get the enemies into an arrangement for your jump.
Il y a forcément un système pour augmenter sa vie. Peut-être qu'avec les pièces qu'on récupère, il y a une possibilité. On va voir.
Like the Shy Guys are right here, and when you solve the puzzle portion of the ring system of the battle, you get a 1.5 times damage boost, so it's really helpful for getting through these battles quickly and racking up those bonuses at the end. Nice work, Ethan.
Thanks, guys.
Non mais c'est cool de récupérer des pièces, mais on en récupère beaucoup des pièces, donc il faut vraiment que ça serve. Hein. Parce que sinon on va juste zapper les combats en fait.
I love that little pose, that little flourish that Mario does when you get an excellent on the last enemy in the line.
Yeah.
He mugs for the camera a little bit.
So we're gonna go down here and see what those Koopa Troopas were getting all flustered about. And here they
Après c'est parce que moi j'aime les niveaux d'expérience, hein, c'est tout. Hein. C'est tout. Bon après voilà, évidemment, c'est mon live, ma vidéo, je dis ce que j'aime et ce que j'aime pas, c'est normal.
It's going to become important later.
Chacun aime ce qu'il souhaite.
And currently there is an origami shy guy who is causing some kind of trouble over there. So we are being asked to go take a look and probably solve some trouble with our hammer. As we are wont to do.
That's the way you solve a lot of problems in this game, it turns out.
Yeah.
Ooh, this looks like a tricky one.
Yeah.
Donc c'est ça, en fait, il faut les aligner pour permettre de pouvoir les attaquer plus vite.
Using, you can use coins to extend the timer for the ring puzzle. And I think you might need to heed her advice because this one's a little more complicated.
I'm going to add some coins on, and I'm going to take a look here where I should move these guys. That doesn't look right.
Yeah, so in the other battles that we've seen up until this point, you've seen Ethan choose one of the concentric rings and rotate it. But in order to solve this puzzle, you're going to need to do something else also.
Ah, c'est à ça que sert l'argent?
You can choose one of the diameter lines of the ring and slide all of the enemies along that line. Ethan is also showing off something else here, where you can pay the toads in the audience to cheer for you, and they'll have various different positive effects. Like there, you saw them toss Mario some health. They actually solved a portion of the ring puzzle for Mario, and helped Ethan out there. They also tossed some junk at the enemies, doing a little bit of damage.
Right, and as you find more toads throughout, you know, playing the game, hidden in the world, you'll see that the stands start to get more and more full, and you get more toads, obviously. They say really hilarious things while you're fighting.
Pour bouger des ennemis, on l'avait déjà vu, je trouvais ça très intéressant.
They'll do to help you, it gets better the more you have.
Mais je sais pas pourquoi, moi j'étais persuadé qu'il allait avoir un système d'XP.
Lots of toads, even if you're not a completionist like me.
Je me suis volontairement pas plus renseigné que ça sur le jeu pour pas me faire spoil avant aujourd'hui et la sortie.
Done away with the shy guy here, and now we're getting a little more info about what's going on. We're gonna have to collect the rest of these shell stones if we want to get entrance into this temple. So that's gonna be kind of our next goal. While we're down here, though, I had spotted something kind of suspicious.
J'adore la direction artistique. Ça, par contre, il y a juste rien à dire.
So there's these cracked rocks here. I'm gonna hit with my hammer, and we're gonna reveal one of these magic circles that we saw earlier that's going to let us use the 1,000-fold arms again. And I'm using motion control right now to extend my arms and then find a spot I can interact with and then whack the wall here. Sometimes you end up, you know, peeling away a piece of the paper landscape, but the 1,000-fold arms are really fun to use. You use them in specific spots like that.
Wow, on récupère de ouf.
See them later on in our gameplay as well. Oh, I can't leave that coin. I gotta go get it.
Okay. Please don't. Thank you, Ethan.
Coins are important. Yeah, coins you can do so many things with.
Récupère les pièces derrière, ça me stresse.
One of my favorite things, which has to do with this toad. So this toad is actually going to run back to Toad Town and open an accessory shop, and you can buy from him or it all sorts of different accessories. Maybe Sam, can you talk a bit about accessories and how they can help out Mario?
Yeah, we'll actually get an opportunity to see some of those in action a little bit later, but the accessories.
De toute façon, on le fera en let's play intégral, donc on verra ce qu'il y a dans le ventre.
One of the accessories that we'll be seeing is called Guard Plus, which helps Mario. So in the
regarde comment il évite le combat, c'est dommage.
Of the battle, not only do you have to have good timing for your attacks, but you also have to have good timing in order to block attacks.
Par contre, ce système avec la map un peu plus ouverte, j'aime bien, c'est chouette.
And some of the accessories can help you do that.
There's all kinds of accessories though, and they do all kinds of stuff.
J'aime beaucoup la DA quand même.
And
je le répète encore, elle est vraiment chouette.
Kind of incorporate them into your tool set.
For sure.
Ok, donc on a un pourcentage de complétion avec des trucs à trouver comme d'hab.
A house there wrapped up in the red streamer. We're gonna have to come back and take care of that later. Those people inside will have to sit tight for the moment. Let's see. See this nice little butterfly floating up there.
Boy, it takes a lot of confetti to fill in that hole.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, wow.
Now that butterfly is attracted by the flowers and whack it because it's totally a toad.
They're just flapping about.
Je suis très dans l'attente en fait. Je suis sur une attente d'une surprise.
No, he's flying. Didn't you see?
Okay.
Oh right.
Trop mignon ça.
So I didn't want to fight that guy, that little Goomba there, so I decided to run from that battle. Found another toad who seems to be stuck in this sand trap here.
Ouais, Tiaraway,
This area looks very.
Okay.
Bon, après, Paper Mario existait avant Tiaraway. Oh, énorme. Ça j'aime bien.
Oh,
c'est mignon.
Hey,
ouais, avec la notion de perspective par contre.
Yeah, folks who are Mario fans may recognize this stairway.
C'est excellent.
You know what to do.
I do.
Ah, on est plus sur un jeu d'aventure qu'un pseudo-RPG là.
Shows you that like the toads that are hidden around the environment are really in a variety of different ways. Sometimes you know pull one out of a wall, and then sometimes something really dramatic like that happens. Okay, we're wanting to get through here to follow the red streamer, but this origami dog is blocking our path. So you know what to do. It's hammer time.
And this little
He's a
toad is
feisty
another
little guy.
special little guy. Yeah, he's putting up his dukes, but he's gonna run back to Toad Town as well, and he's gonna open, he just mentioned the Battle Lab, which is a place that, you know, you can practice your timing for battles and things like that. So there's definitely, I mean, finding toads, you never know which toad you're gonna find. You might find one who opens a shop, or all sorts of things.
Ah, donc c'est ça, en fait ce qu'ils expliquent c'est que vous allez avoir la zone centrale du jeu qui est une ville et vous savez pas quel toad vous allez trouver à chaque fois. Peut-être que ça va être un toad qui va ouvrir une boutique, peut-être que c'est un toad qui va vous offrir d'autres bonus dans la ville. Et en fait vous avez la ville centrale plus le monde qui s'ouvre autour de la ville et à vous d'aller farfouiller un petit peu partout pour les trouver. Et peut-être que dans la ville les toads pourront nous permettre d'acheter des améliorations peut-être. Peut-être que c'est ça.
Potentially even bigger, location in Overlook Mountain here, and there's just tons of detail, and you're free to explore kind of at your own pace and like do what you want to do. So I love that you can just kind of move from zone to zone.
C'est ça, donc c'est vraiment un monde ouvert en fait. On peut vraiment aller de zone en zone sans problème.
Some sneak attack.
Yeah.
Ok, collectif, trésor collectif.
And so Ethan has just found a collectible, which we haven't seen so far, but this is going to show up in the Toad Town. Ambush!
I got totally ambushed.
Moi ça m'intéresse le système de pièces, parce que avec les pièces on peut appeler des toads pendant les combats, ou toad, vous dites comme vous voulez, peu importe. Mais à part ça, j'ai envie de savoir à quoi ça sert. Je suis pas sûr qu'ils nous le montrent aujourd'hui pour pas spoiler tout le jeu, donc... Non, je pense qu'on va être sur une aventure, je pense que... il faut que j'arrête d'être déçu que ce soit pas un RPG, on a déjà d'autres RPG dispo. Je pense qu'il faut que je relativise un peu plus les choses et que je me dise, on est sur un jeu d'aventure qui durera peut-être 12, 13, 14 heures, peut-être, on espère qu'il durera autant. Je pense que c'est comme ça qu'il faut le voir, il faut le voir comme un jeu d'aventure. Voilà.
And this is a wave battle, so you've got multiple groups of enemies that you're going to have to fight.
Essayons d'être un peu positif parce que le jeu est chouette en termes d'énigmes combat, c'est assez intéressant. Et surtout il y a des collectibles partout pour le faire à 100% et tout récupérer. Il va falloir farfouiller dans les environnements et je trouve que la DA se prête pas mal, direction artistique, elle se prête vachement à fouiller dans tous les décors, à aller regarder sous la moindre petite pâquerette et tout, et ça j'aime bien. Je trouve qu'effectivement on est sur une utilisation intelligente du truc. Après à voir si le jeu va pas être trop répétitif, ça va être intéressant sur la suite, on va voir. On va voir.
So we should mention that solving the puzzle in the battles isn't required. You can still move on.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, sorry, Ethan.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there's a little bit of delay that we're working through. But yeah, we were just saying that you don't need to solve the puzzle in order to move on. You can still work your way through the battle, but solving the puzzle and getting that damage boost is really going to help you rack up those bonuses like you saw Ethan get. He got a ton of coins at the end of that last battle, and the coins are so useful in this game. You might think that, you know, oh, he has over 8,000 coins, and, you know, that's plenty, but you can burn through those really quickly.
Donc il nous dit que les pièces sont très importantes, mais qu'en fait 8500 pièces c'est pas énorme parce qu'on peut les utiliser beaucoup trop vite. Mais en fait on sait pas comment. Tu vois?
Yeah, so he's
Mario les lapins crétins, il est exceptionnel ce jeu. Ça a été un X comme like un peu plus light, parfait.
So he equipped some iron boots there, which allowed him to jump on those spinies. Now your boots and your hammer, you'll always be able to use those attacks. Those will never deplete. But certain special attacks, like the iron boots that he was using there, will deplete after a while.
Je trouve ça, l'animation pour envoyer les confettis, elle est mignonne quand même.
I just wanted to point out, it's very little, but something I enjoy is that when you finish a battle, the enemy kind of explodes into this like giant cloud of confetti, and it really makes you feel like it's celebrating your victory. Just little things I really enjoy. Oh, and here we're at Monty Mole. It's like he's hawking something.
Et puis après, comme on le dit souvent, chacun a sa propre opinion des choses. Si vous n'aimez pas, vous avez totalement le droit.
Aha, so this is one of the orbs that you will need to bring back to the Earth Elemental Temple, which we saw earlier. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ethan.
Et puis encore une fois, comme après voilà, non mais on n'a rien vu en fait du jeu, c'est pour ça que moi je me permets de relativiser aussi par rapport au fait qu'il n'y a pas de système d'XP. Ok, mais je pense que c'est un jeu Nintendo, ils nous réservent toujours plein de surprises par rapport à ça. Donc je me dis, regardez, on peut acheter avec des pièces, on peut acheter plein de trucs là. Encore une fois.
Yeah, I'd say don't buy it.
Nah.
We can get him down to a cheaper price.
Yeah, we can do better than that, Mr. Mole.
Je pense que ça va être une aventure qui va se vivre en 12-15 heures. Et puis voilà, puis ce sera une petite expérience un peu sympa.
Well, that's not bad. 5,000.
What do you guys say?
It's getting better, but I think we can push this guy further.
Yeah, we could push it.
Je sais pas ce que c'est. L'argent permet d'acheter des éléments des éléments, des objets qui nous servent à avancer dans l'aventure.
10,000 to start with.
3000.
Ooh, 3,000.
That sounds okay.
Non, vous pouvez pas comparer du tout avec Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, ça n'a rien à voir. Non, alors ça par contre non, vous ne pouvez pas comparer deux jeux qui n'ont rien à voir. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle est un jeu de stratégie au parcours inspiré des XCOM. Paper Mario, c'est une aventure Mario mêlée avec des petits combats, de logique au final, comme des petits Rubik's Cube mais ronds. Donc c'est autre chose. C'est totalement différent.
Okay, take it. Hey, okay. What do you guys say? I know.
I'd say take it.
1/10 of the price. Let's do this. Giddy
T'as
up.
10 000. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Green Shellstone.
Yeah, green shellstone. Get.
Fantastic.
Nice.
This is just one example of the many,
So,
really
I think
enjoyable,
we're going to
fun
take this opportunity
NPCs.
to.
Ça me stresse qu'il laisse des blocs.
Oh, sorry,
J'ai envie d'aller tout faire, tu vois.
And we're gonna cut away here, and we want to show you some of the boss battle action that this game has to offer. So I'm gonna switch over to that, and while I'm doing that, you guys feel free to chit chat.
J'adore!
Yeah, so...
J'adore, c'est génial parce que ils l'ont dit, on n'a pas l'habitude de faire des remote play, on n'a pas l'habitude de faire ça. Et le mec dit, attendez, il faut que je cherche la séquence dans le jeu pour faire ça. Pendant ce temps-là, allez-y discuter, combler. J'adore.
Which is one of the new things about this game that I really love. You know, in previous titles in the series, you had
tu penses qu'il a voulu imiter Toad avec sa coiffure ou pas? Tu vois?
Overworld map. But here, you've got this.
Et j'attends beaucoup l'annonce de Way Forward aussi, parce qu'ils sont quand même derrière les Shantae, qui sont des jeux incroyables. Et je me dis, dans un direct de Nintendo comme ça, il est possible qu'on puisse voir un partenariat entre l'éditeur de Shantae et Nintendo, comme ça a été le cas notamment pour le Zelda Cross Crypt of the Necrodancer. Ça serait incroyable. Ça serait incroyable.
Yeah, we're gonna try to unravel this and maybe see if we can get that part of Princess Peach's castle.
Moi, je trouverais ça génial.
Set free. It looks like
c'est où les DuckTales en plus? Il y avait la rumeur d'un nouveau DuckTales il y a pas longtemps et je savais pas que c'était Way Forward de DuckTales. Putain, moi j'avais Shantae en tête. Alors DuckTales, mais c'est la vie.
In a round.
Alors.
Alright, so we're coming up to
c'est la palette de crayons ça.
Boss battle. Maybe Sam, can you talk to us a little bit about what's different about a boss battle?
Yeah, certainly. We'll see a little bit more when we actually get into things. But you know, in the battles with regular enemies that you were seeing before, Mario was in the center of the rings, and he was arranging the
même ils me font un petit remaster de ce qui était déjà sorti.
You'll see when we get into the boss battle that the boss is in the center of the rings, and you're arranging the rings to guide Mario to the center so that he can attack the boss. And the bosses are puzzles in and of themselves, so it's going to take a little bit of
j'ai trop hâte de voir l'annonce de Way Forward, du coup de ouf.
See what does damage to each.
C'est ce que je disais ce matin dans Gaming News, j'ai trop hâte. Bon.
Definitely.
I love the boss.
I'd love to see Ethan use the toads in the boss battle because they also do different things to help Mario out, and it's quite interesting.
Ah, il a 70. Alors Mario a 70 PV là. Donc ça veut dire qu'il a gagné 20 PV. Merci pour ton calcul, Edouard. Non, en vrai, on a moins de pièces et on a 20 PV de plus. Alors soit il y a un système d'expérience qu'on ne voit pas dans la vidéo, soit on récupère de l'expérience en battant certains boss peut-être. Peut-être qu'on récupère genre 10 points de vie quand on bat un boss ou un truc comme ça.
Oh no, it's all you.
Pour booster sa vie, etc.
No, I was just gonna say that it looks kind of daunting at first, but it'll make a lot more sense when you see Ethan.
Et on dirait qu'il a une vie avec un champignon
Mario
vert.
is gonna travel on the path as dictated by these arrows.
Alors, comment ça marche là? Donc là, on se balade sur les cercles cette fois-ci.
And that envelope gave him a hint about what he needs to do to damage the boss.
Ah, on est dans... Comment ça s'appelait ce jeu? C'était la pyramide? Non, si, c'est ça.
Yeah.
Je sais pas si vous avez connu le jeu de société pyramide où il fallait bouger des cases avec des monstres et tout pour avancer dedans. C'était trop bien.
And that turned on those magic circles, which could be useful later. Nice work.
Very nice.
Thank you.
C'était le jeu pyramide, je crois. Je crois que c'est comme ça qu'il s'appelait. Ah oui, d'accord, on est sur une analyse des... Labyrinthe, j'ai dit quoi? J'ai dit pyramide. Non, c'était labyrinthe, merci Nocho. Labyrinthe, merci. En plus, je l'ai dans le placard. Labyrinthe. Merci énormément. Ouais, labyrinthe, c'était incroyable. C'était incroyable.
What else do I need to do? Looking at my arrows to build my path here. That looks good.
C'est assez intéressant en vrai ça. Les énigmes au début des combats comme ça de boss. Alors à voir si ça va pas être trop répétitif, mais...
Oh no, okay.
Okay.
Very good, yeah. Sorry. I thought that up arrow was in your path.
Fear not. I was born to stomp. Okay.
Nice block.
My block in, nice.
Yeah, you saw that guard plus pop up, so that that accessory that Mario has equipped has helped him out.
Non, j'ai hâte de faire le let's play, pour découvrir les subtilités qu'ils nous ont mis dedans. En vrai. J'ai vraiment hâte de ça. Même si, oui, je ne le cache pas, j'aurais aimé un système d'expérience. Mais vous commencez à me connaître sur la chaîne, donc vous le savez déjà. Vous le savez déjà que j'aime ça.
Take Sam and Riona's advice and call on my toads by spending coins.
Ooh,
boy, 999, you're splashing out.
High roller.
Mais voilà.
Alright. Sam, do you want to tell us what's going on here?
Yeah, so in addition to tossing Mario...
Ah d'accord, il nous a montré le chemin pour y aller plus vite.
Also activated kind of a guideline on the battlefield. So it doesn't show you where you need to go, but rather what Mario's current path
cool, et en fait on a juste à mettre les objets sur notre trajet pour y aller facilement.
Of the rings as they are. And it updates in real time as Ethan was adjusting the rings.
Ouais, je sais, c'est devenu une exclue de Mario et Luigi, le système d'XP. C'est un peu dommage, j'aurais bien aimé. Mais bon.
I'm gonna get them out and use them in the battle here. So you can use them in the environment, but also they have a role in battles as well. Ooh, my arms are going nuts.
J'ai du mal à voir le...
Grab with the LDR, close that lid.
Get it together, Mario.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ça fait 2 fois qu'on le voit.
It's more like me, actually. I think Mario's doing fine.
Nice work.
Very nice.
If you get really good at the ring system in these boss battles, you can set up this really elaborate movement structure where Mario just kind of sweeps the board and collects absolutely everything there is before landing on the final spot that you need to damage the boss.
Parce que on avait déjà vu 2 belles bandes annonces, et là je me dis. Moi ça me donne envie, mais parce que pour certaines raisons et parce que je sais que je vais le faire avec vous en stream et que ça va être une bonne expérience tous ensemble. Mais je me dis, c'est un risque, c'est un gros risque quand même de montrer ça une semaine avant, là, en l'état. Parce que ça montre une certaine répétitivité, je trouve, qui pourrait en dissuader pas mal. Hein.
Color pencil missiles yet, so that's good.
No. Let's see.
Yeah, that's right. That's another important thing to mention. You can see those like targeting reticles that are on the ring system, and Ethan has been doing a really good job of avoiding those up until now.
think I'm gonna do one more quick attack here with the thousand-fold arms. All right, here we go. Close that lid one more time.
D'ailleurs, dites-moi dans le chat, est-ce que vous êtes plutôt rassuré ou dissuadé par ce gameplay? Ça m'intéresse de savoir pour le stream. Comme ça, je vous mettrai dans la vidéo de rediff. Voilà. Êtes-vous plutôt dissuadé ou rassuré? Vous mettez juste dissuadé ou rassuré. On est plus de 500 ici en plus, donc c'est cool, hein. Dites-moi.
Jump ahead one more. Let's see. I need to bring that there. Bring this over here.
Yeah, I think Ethan touched on it very briefly, but you see those icons with the fist on them. That's an attack icon, and you need to position that in Mario's final spot in order for him to be able to take an attack action when he reaches the boss.
Right, if that wasn't there, Mario would reach that spot and just fall over.
C'est dur.
Yeah.
Pour le côté dissuadé, il est rude, hein. Ah, il y a quand même des rassurés.
Alright.
Nice block.
Ah, ça y est, les rassurés arrivent.
Nice.
Ah, il y a pas mal de rassurés, ça y est. D'accord.
He's not happy at all. I've
Je
been
regarde un peu.
kind of doing some damage on him, so he's getting out some sort of.
Ah, mais il y en a quand même beaucoup de rassurés, c'est cool quand
Yeah,
même.
goodness gracious. Yeah, something tells me what you've been doing up until this point.
Bon, bien évidemment, de toute façon, vous aurez le let's play pour vous donner une idée, évidemment, sur la chaîne, comme d'habitude.
Because, like we said, you know, the bosses. Yeah, the bosses are puzzles, and we don't want to show you the solution to the puzzle. As you know, especially because the game is coming out in just a short amount of time. Ethan, when is everybody going to be able to get their hands?
Parce que le jeu sort bientôt, c'est ce qu'il dit.
So this is coming out on Friday, July 17th. It's super colorful, really fun, lots of super fun areas to explore, and paper enemies to defeat. So please, I hope everybody will check it out.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you so much, Riona, and thank you, Ethan. And as we head out, we're going to play the announcement trailer one more time for those of you who might have missed it. And also because the announcement trailer does a really good job of highlighting some of the various environments that this adventure will take you that we couldn't hope to show you in just a single Treehouse Live segment. So stay tuned for that. And right up and coming up, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new game. So stick around. Thanks, everyone.
Moi, je vais faire le let's play du jeu complet, donc vous le savez. Hein. Vous le connaissez. Hein. Mais vu qu'on stream entre 6 et 7 heures par jour, il est possible qu'on le termine en 2-3 jours. Comme d'hab. Mais bon, ça c'est ma façon de consommer les jeux avec vous aussi en stream, donc c'est autre chose. Voilà, je découperai pour les épisodes, mais il est possible qu'on se le mange très rapidement, ouais. Bah surtout qu'on a Ghost of Tsushima à faire en même temps. Rappelons-le. Rappelons qu'on a les deux jeux à faire en même temps. Donc bon, ils nous ont remis le trailer. Ouais. C'est ce qu'ils disaient. C'est pareil, je voudrais le faire à 100% Paper Mario comme Ghost of Tsushima, on va farfouiller le moindre recoin. Non, Ghost of Tsushima on le fera en même temps. Enfin en même temps. On fera genre 2 heures. Genre par exemple vendredi 17, là on fera 2 heures de Mario, 2 heures de Ghost of Tsushima, 2 heures de Mario, 2 heures de Ghost of Tsushima. Bon en gros vous aurez un live de 8 heures minimum ce jour-là pour avoir un petit peu de tout. Donc voilà, si vous avez envie de passer sur le stream, vous savez qu'on fera tout en direct de toute façon, comme d'habitude. Bon. Eh bien le 17 juillet. Parfait. Est-ce que je vais platiner Ghost of Tsushima? Oui, on va essayer de le platiner, absolument. Oui, on va essayer. Surtout que j'aime bien ce qu'ils ont proposé. On fera le mode noir et blanc et tout aussi. Ok, bon. Maintenant, on veut voir l'annonce, voilà, restez connectés. On veut voir l'annonce de Way Forward. Ah, le retour.
Before we dive in, we'd like to play a short video. This is a first reveal of a new game coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch this
une
year.
exclue Nintendo Switch.
And right after, we'll see live gameplay and dig into some of the deep battle mechanics the game has to offer. So
allez, c'est parti. Une exclue Nintendo Switch. Le reveal. Bakugan Brawl. C'est Digimon. C'est Digimon, les gars. C'est Digimon, les gars, c'est Digimon. Attends.
Hey, welcome back. So, Bakugan, Champions of Vestroya. Let's introduce everyone. I'm Sam, and I'm here with Tyler from Nintendo, and two special guests.
Everyone?
We've got Steve.
Bakugan Bro.
We've got Steve Robert from Spin Master.
Alors là, j'avoue que
Hello, brawlers.
je connais pas du tout.
And we've got Kenny Ilko.
Est-ce que c'est une licence qui est déjà connue? Est-ce que ça me dit rien?
Shout out a special thanks to publisher Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So Kenny and Steve, thank you, welcome, and let's see the game.
Je connais même pas la licence, je vous avoue.
All right.
Apparemment, certains le connaissent.
Let's go over some features first. In Bakugan, Champions of Vestroya, you are
Apparemment,
the hero.
certains le connaissent cette licence.
Epic action role
Je connaissais pas du tout.
With an original story expanding on the hit TV series and toy franchise.
C'est un dessin animé, d'accord.
We've designed
Je connaissais pas du tout.
real-time and turn-based brawling system, offering pick-up-and-play ease and layers of strategy to discover. There's plenty of depth in our game,
Je connaissais pas du tout.
including faction resistance, increasing your Bakugan stats via in-game progression. Plus, you can selectively modify up to 4 special ability slots for each Bakugan on your team, before and after the battle.
C'est Beyblade avec des boules à la place des toupies.
You'll be doing
Ah,
a lot of
d'accord.
in our game. Explore an RPG world across a variety of environments and engage in over 100 quests. In all, you'll collect over 80 Bakugan, plus 200 special ability types and upgrades to help you and your Bakugan become champions. Did I mention 80 Bakugan? Actually, it's 81, because we've listened to our fans and we're bringing back Leonidas.
Des boules et des
Lastly,
ah ouais?
we're proud to announce, in Bakugan, Champions of Vestroya, you can play against brawlers around the world in online, head-to-head multiplayer. All right, Kenny, let's get our brawl on.
All right, we'll pick up the first fight down here.
Ils ont pas l'air de
So
s'amuser
I'm
dessus.
basically jumping in a mid-story quest here. I was sent by a local kid to go and do some practicing before some tournaments.
Mais c'est moi où ils ont pas l'air de s'amuser, les présentateurs. Hein. Alors, voyons voir ce que ça va donner. Moi, je regarde ça sur mon deuxième écran. Eh, c'est joli en vrai!
Yeah, immediately you get a sense for just how huge they are.
Yeah, the scale of the Bakugan are the intent was to make sure we kept the epic feel. You know, Bakugan are anywhere from like 2, 3, 4 stories tall. So we wanted to ensure that came through in combat as much as possible. So you know, the combat system is kind of a hybrid to the TV show. As people are watching the TV show and then the toy and TCG. So, you know, we're running around here in the Hive Matrix real time, collecting energy cores, which are those blue hexagons on the field. Those energy cores give you the equivalent of mana in like a fantasy RPG.
Non, pas Yokai Watch, j'ai vu ça ailleurs.
On the bottom left corner, that's my 4 abilities.
Je vais chercher.
Those are, you know, the equivalent
c'est pas inintéressant,
essentially casting a spell. So right now I'm getting beat down a little bit as I'm talking, but I will change the course here quickly. So
ah, c'est ça, c'est Nino Kuni, merci. C'est de là dont je connais ce système un peu. C'est de Ni no Kuni,
we bring in some tactics and decision making.
C'est ça, c'est le système de combat de Ni no Kuni un petit peu.
The core she just picked up there was a small energy glow, which means it has a lower quantity of energy that's going to supply you. The bigger the glow, the more energy you get. So now it becomes a decision of, you know, do I want to get these 1 or 2 close cores, or do I want to go for the far bigger core with more energy deeper into the field while passing up, you know, other options.
It's kind of interesting is like resource management, where you're having to collect the energy cores, but also plan what attacks or abilities you're going to use. Are you going to be quick to attack, or are you going to save more energy? And the strategy there is really what it comes down to. And
c'est pas moche, en vrai c'est assez joli. Hein.
Indeed,
well done,
yeah,
and
nice
I mean,
work,
to your point.
Thank you.
I was going to say, by the skin of your teeth, you had 12 health left.
That was a nail biter.
I had another Bakugan in reserve. But yeah, to your point, Tyler, you know, sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to give a little background on story.
Mais comme je connaissais pas cette licence, je suis assez.
So basically, where Kenny ended up there was
en vrai, ça peut être sympa avec ce petit monde ouvert comme ça.
Because he wants to impress this local hotshot named Larry, who's organizing a local tournament. Overall, our story interweaves between a series of tournaments and a larger investigation into a mysterious and abnormal earthquake activity going on in San Barbara.
Parce que je vois des trucs genre ouais, pourquoi Nintendo font ça? Ce n'est pas Nintendo. Notez bien que ce n'est pas Nintendo.
There's a lot of focus on the brawling, but there's all of these other elements going on in the game that you're going to want to, you know, I guess, constantly track.
Tout ce qui sort sur Nintendo Switch, ce n'est pas Nintendo. Je le répète à chaque fois parce que c'est important, mais c'est hyper important.
You know, the storyline I just picked up there that I'm quickly progressing through is hitting on the point that Steve was talking about, where that was one of your good friends.
Après,
She's telling you about some of the earthquake activity that's abnormal for the area going on. And she's investigating into
Peut-être pour les fans de la licence,
kind
je
of
sais
where
pas.
Your story starts to unfold for you. So now I'm just kind of taking back my poster pieces that I had found for Larry. Oh, got one more quick thing to do for Larry. Pick up an item he lost here at the lake. But returning back to the combat, you know, you're going into combat with a team of 3 Bakugan, and once you collect up to 3, and that's where a lot of the strategy is going to come into play.
C'est pas des espèces de grosses boules transparentes où on voit les créatures à l'intérieur par hasard. C'est pas ça.
Something that I kind of noticed that maybe others may have noticed as well is that your Bakugan you are actually talking to, but in battle they're so much larger and
c'est pas ça. Alors, moi je connais vraiment pas.
Going into a little bit of
moi je connais vraiment pas.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know, Bakugan
are
beings in the universe. So what you actually also might have noticed is that the Bakugan appears slightly different, not just smaller, but a little bit different.
Je connais
so,
Bioman.
When Bakugan are not in battles, as they so frequently love to be in, they actually are smaller, much smaller in toy size, much like the real toy. And they, you know, your Bakugan are someone that you're actually befriending as you go.
That's pretty awesome. So you're going to build that relationship with your Bakugan as you continue to find more and change up your roster.
Mais c'est quelle génération ça, ce jeu?
Juste pour savoir.
Parce que moi, tout ce qui est Digimon, Beyblade, Pokémon et Yu-Gi-Oh, j'ai connu tous les débuts de ça. Mais Bakugan, c'est...
Yes. So the awesome brawlers from the TV show again. You know,
c'est quelle année?
Get appearance from Dan here. Dan is kind of your tutorial guide. Much like they do in the TV show, they will be streaming.
Ah oui, bah oui, bah les gars, j'avais déjà 20 ans.
Bah
évidemment.
Get you going on your
Ah ouais.
strategies.
J'avais déjà 20 ans, c'est pour ça. Ça marche pas. C'est pour ça que je suis passé à travers.
Telling us about, you know, I just
D'accord,
got
je
a
comprends mieux. D'accord, je comprends mieux.
From Larry,
Ah oui.
and he's telling me how I can assign it to a new Bakugan. Again, one of the layers of strategy that you're going to have to consider is that every Bakugan ability is associated to a single faction. So there, you know, there's 5 factions: Pyrus, Heos, Darkus, Aquos, and
17 et 20 ans, là, je comprends mieux.
So as you collect Bakugan ability cards, as you can see, there's 5 here. There's only 4 there. You know, you'll start to get basically what's the equivalent of a mini deck building opportunity. So you get all these cards.
Ça n'a pas été très populaire en même temps.
Part of your deck to assemble, and your deck is really just the 4 abilities that you're assigning to each Bakugan when you go into the fight. And now Larry is
so that's where a lot of the strategy comes in. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny, go ahead.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yes, we are
saying Larry gives me more loot here. So yeah, you are correct. That is a lot of where the strategy is coming in.
So personally for you,
oh, go ahead, Tyler. Sorry.
I was just saying personally for you, Kenny, what kind of strategies do you like to implement with your Bakugan? Are you more of a going in guns blazing head first, or a little more strategic on adding more
5 avril 2007, fin 2012. Oui, bah, effectivement. J'avais d'autres préoccupations à ce moment-là.
It's a good question. The Bakugan factions actually kind of draw their own strategy. So again, leveraging as much as we can from the TCG and bringing that experience into the game for the different players that'll recognize, you know, a lot of the factions have their own playing
Après,
style.
je testerai, je testerai comme tous les jeux qui passent. On verra. Je suis pas forcément ultra hypé, vraiment. Ouais, ça mérite une découverte au moins. Une heure et demie de découverte pour voir ce que ça donne. On verra. Si ça nous plaît, on continuera. Si ça nous plaît pas, on s'arrêtera. Comme d'hab.
Bring an aggressive attack approach.
Hey Kenny, what does she have for you there?
She's telling us about something she saw at the fountain over here.
Oh,
there's a little sparkle.
Check that out.
So,
right.
Oh, nice.
Faut le dire au mec, il y a une voiture qui est en train de sonner autour de chez toi. Ta voiture est en train de se faire tirer, mec, pendant que tu présentes le jeu. Quelqu'un te tire ta voiture. Son voisin, il est pas content de l'annonce, il est venu lui voler sa voiture.
Yes, I am. That is my third
connais.
Bakugan. So early on, you know, you'll start off
différence de
finding
génération.
one Bakugan. We jumped about 30 minutes into play here. But early on, you'll find your initial Bakugan, and then quickly pick up 2 more to fill out a minimum team of 3, and then you know, you'll keep on finding Bakugan throughout the world by exploring or
hey Kenny, real quick.
Kind of.
Sorry, can you back? Oh, good. I wanted you to back out of that fight so you could strategize really quick before going in.
Oh, yeah. Apologies. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you could see as he was engaging in conversation, they were about to start a brawl, but you got a sneak peek at your opponent's lineup, and that gave you an opportunity to, as he was saying, drop out and then maybe rework your own team to counter what your opponent's going to be bringing into the brawl.
Yeah, exactly. And so, Tyler, to your question, I just got rid of that heal for some more combat attacking.
Give more firepower to your Pyrus Dragonoid.
I also hope it does not come back to bite me. I'm going to do it with my Aquos.
We'll see shortly.
I do like how you're able to switch out those abilities, and I think that adds a lot of depth to the battles, not only in game, but if I'm not mistaken, you'll be taking that online as well, correct?
Correct, that's absolutely right. So, you know, whatever team and abilities you've built
je sais
up
plus en
through
quel angle
story
dire,
mode
ce n'est pas
is exactly what
Nintendo.
you're able to take into an online brawl.
Je sais pas.
So, there's the two darkest that he's bringing into the brawl with him.
Time to drum up. Let's do this.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, and one of the other
firepower
things,
comes in handy.
Ah oui, c'est une petite boule qui se transforme en robot, c'est bien ça.
We'll see what we can do. And one of the other things that you know, you may or may not.
Ça me fait quand même vachement penser à Yokai Watch le 4 là, le dernier qui est sorti.
Every Bakugan has resistances to factions, so.
Sauf que ça a l'air d'être moins folichon.
Paper rock scissors system by any means, but.
Ouais non, en fait Yokai Watch avait l'air beaucoup mieux le 4. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il lui balance ça? Pourquoi il lui balance ça?
Two other factions that it defends well against, while it's weak against.
Mais pourquoi il lui lance des frisbees à la gueule? Mais pourquoi tu lui lances des frisbees? Mais laisse-le tranquille! Mais pourquoi?
Have the ability to make some alternate decisions.
Mais laisse-le tranquille ce monstre, t'as rien fait.
I have to say your opponent has been pretty quick to swap his Bakugan between the two that he has.
Mais en fait ça sert à rien de se balader autour alors. Autant mettre une jauge qui se remplit hein.
He appears to have not liked his matchup to my Dragonoid originally.
Mais je me doute bien que c'est l'énergie pour
so
faire les attaques, ça sert à rien.
Aside from your four abilities that you're working with, we actually have other
Sauf d'un point de vue gameplay, ça soit intéressant, là c'est pas intéressant
so
ça.
as you
Enfin c'est mon avis, hein. Moi je donne mon opinion à moi. There's other things that, other mechanics that, you know, we aren't going to be able to see here, but like Bakugear are passive abilities that you kind of charge up as you play. Those are special cores that, you know, again, making a tactics level decision during the real-time combat. And then another big one is team attacks, you know, pulling more inspiration from the TCG and toy line. If I can successfully charge up all three of my Bakugan here, which I am on my way to do, I will be able to pull off a team attack. So it's a lot about risk and reward, you know, as I'm charging up, taking the time to charge up these guys. Obviously, as you can see, I'm taking a bit of a beating here. However, you know, I'm hoping that the payoff from my one large team attack is going to equal the punishment I'm taking and more.
We hope you can pull that off. You got to get those Baku cores.
Mais c'est hyper long en plus ce combat.
Yeah, you are competing with the other character. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Mais en vrai, les combats sont hyper longs et hyper ennuyeux. Regarde, ils sont face à face, ils se font rien.
Oh yeah.
Et les monstres, ils ont le temps de se prendre le café ensemble.
Collect those Baku cores as quickly as you can.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So the cores on the field are not obviously in abundance. So again, you know, another layer of tactics that you'll be introduced to later on in the game is that there's actually brawler abilities as well. So there's kind of boost gear, if you will, that allow you to do things like run faster, or a force field that knocks your opponent down if you get within a close range of them. So you know, balancing the strategy elements of what Bakugan and what factions you're bringing in to into the battle, along with what you're doing at the real-time combat level here.
We're getting close.
There's my team attack.
There you go.
Team attack!
Oui, il se passe un truc sur l'écran.
One hit. That was worth it.
So far, so good.
Ah putain, c'est pas fini? Oh putain!
Still one more to go.
And only 92 left on this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can take a couple hits.
See if I can beat him to the core. Yes.
But it was a big risk spending all of that time collecting those Baku cores for all of your Bakugan so that you can build up enough to do that big team attack.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the later you get into the game, the riskier that kind of decision becomes. You know, I have a little bit of an edge as I'm a 3 versus 2 advantage on him, but you know, very soon in the story progression, you're going to be facing strictly 3-on-3 battles or brawls.
Well done, Kenny.
All right.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a great brawl. Epic team attack.
Nice work. So I think that's all the time we have today for Bakugan Champions of Vestroya. Thank you so much, Kenny and Steve, for joining us and showing us your game. Do you have any final thoughts you want to share with us before we head out?
Yeah, I just want to say we're really, really excited to be able to share the game today, and we hope our fans and beyond love playing it.
Alors, je vais pas te cacher que j'ai pas forcément hyper envie.
Treehouse, and you know, we've loved working with Spin Master on the IP, so it's a great opportunity.
Après, si un enfant
We love working with you guys.
peut-être, oui.
Yeah.
Mais
Thank you, Kenny and
compliqué,
Steve. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler, for joining us. I hope everyone enjoyed what you saw today. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.
Bah, bisous. Salut. Salut, bisous. Thanks for watching. D'accord. Ok, d'accord. D'accord. Et bah écoutez, vous me direz dans les commentaires ce que vous en avez pensé. On va se quitter comme ça. Hey.